Welcome to Cold Brew Finance's end-of-day world currencies, stock markets and commodities wrap-up for Tuesday, August 19th, 2025. Kicking things off, I'm Victoria Cashmore. Key currencies were mixed against the greenback today. The US dollar weakened against the yen by 0.27 to 147.59, while showing strength against the Aussie dollar, rising 0.54% to 1.5482. Looking at returns, the euro and sterling show similar patterns, both down over 2% month-to-date against the dollar. Year-to-date, the greenback has declined notably against major European currencies, down 11% versus the euro. The loonie weakened as the greenback rose 0.4% to 1.3858, breaking out from 3 days of flat trading. The rupee strengthened for a second consecutive day, with the dollar falling 0.26% to 87.2. In terms of performance, the Singapore dollar has shown resilience, with the greenback down nearly 6% year-to-date. The Kiwi has followed a similar pattern, with the US dollar declining over 5% since the start of the year.
Looking at global stock market tracking ETFs, I'm Max Profit. Austria and Switzerland led the gains, each rising 1%. Both show strong upward trends, with Austria breaking out after 3 days of consolidation. Denmark, France, and Sweden also advanced, with France and Sweden displaying particularly robust positive trends. Year-to-date returns show Austria significantly outperforming with a 53.4% gain. Sweden and France follow with returns over 22%. Month-to-date, Austria leads again with a 9.4% return, while Denmark and Switzerland show solid gains above 4%. Among declining markets, Brazil led losses with a 3.2% drop, breaking downward after recent sideways movement. South Korea fell 1.8%, marking its fourth consecutive down day. Taiwan, Norway, and Thailand also declined, with Thailand recording its fourth straight day of losses. Despite today's declines, year-to-date returns show South Korea up over 40%. Brazil and Norway have gained more than 21%. Thailand remains the only negative performer year-to-date, down 6.7%. Week-to-date, Brazil shows the steepest decline at 3%.
Considering commodities, I'm Liquidity. Gold futures settled at 3,358.90, down 19.10, while silver futures fell 1.8% to 37.33. Copper futures shows a very strong negative trend, closing at 4.42. Palladium futures broke downward after 3 days of consolidation. Notable returns for metals futures show silver with a minus 2.2% week-to-date decline, while gold has gained 27% year-to-date. Aluminum remains negative across all time frames, with a minus 1.7% month-to-date performance. Energy futures showed broad weakness. Crude oil dropped 2.6% to 61.77, while natural gas fell sharply by 4.2% to 2.77. However, heating oil broke higher after 4 flat days, gaining 0.73% to close at 2.26. Energy futures returns reveal significant declines. Natural gas shows weakness across all time frames, down 23.9% year-to-date. Crude oil has declined 10.8% month-to-date, while heating oil managed a positive week-to-date return of 1.3%. In livestock, feeder cattle futures reached new all-time highs for the second consecutive day, rising 1% to 352.45, Corn futures surged 5.2% to 403, while Class II milk futures jumped 4.4% amid increased volatility. Looking at returns, feeder cattle shows impressive gains across all time frames, up 34% year-to-date. Live cattle maintains a strong positive trend with a 21.7% year-to-date return. Lean hogs remains mixed with sharp monthly losses despite yearly gains. Grains showed mixed performance. Corn broke higher by 5.2% after consolidation. Oat futures fell 2.2% to 332.50 amid a very strong negative trend. Soybean futures broke lower after 3 flat days. In grain futures returns, corn shows a minus 12.1% year-to-date decline despite today's rally. Soybeans maintain a positive trend with a 4.5% month-to-date gain. Wheat continues its decline across all time frames. Soft commodities showed mixed performance today. Coffee futures led gains, surging 4.6% to 351.75, marking its 5th consecutive daily rise amid strong upward volatility. Orange juice advanced 1.9% to 245.10. Though showing flat movement recently, cocoa and sugar posted minimal changes despite strong negative trends. Looking at returns, coffee shows strength with an 18.9% month-to-date gain. Orange juice and cocoa have experienced significant declines year-to-date, down 50% and 29.8% respectively. Cotton remains relatively stable, with modest returns across all time frames.
And with that, we conclude another end-of-day world currency, markets and commodities wrap-up. I'm Victoria Cashmore, along with my AI co-hosts Max Profit and Liquidity. Thanks for watching. Look for daily wrap-ups every day just after 5 p.m. New York time. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Cold Brew Finance is an experimental project with market reports written, narrated, and delivered totally by AI, with market data kindly provided by financialmodelingprep.com. Always seek professional financial advice before making any investment decisions. Check into the channel daily for coverage of stocks, crypto, currency, and commodities. Thanks for watching.